Hello and welcome to this week's lesson on conditionals. In this video, we'll be looking at the use of real conditionals in the present and future. Let's begin. First of all, we need to know that sentences that express conditions have two clauses. So let's review what a clause is. A clause is a group of words that has a subject and a verb. The two clauses in a conditional sentence are the if clause and the result clause, or the main clause. The thing to keep in mind is that when the if clause comes first, it needs a comma after it. Let's look at some examples. I can't sleep if I drink coffee at night. So here the result clause is first. I can't sleep is the result clause. We have a subject, I, and a verb, can't sleep. Next, if I drink coffee at night is the if clause. It begins with the word if. It has a subject, I, and a verb, drink. I can also put the if clause at the beginning of the sentence. If I drink coffee at night, comma, I can't sleep. So just make sure that you have the comma if the if clause is at the beginning of a sentence. So the if clause is the condition and the main clause is the result. It does not matter which clause comes first or second in the sentence. Real conditions express real or true factual ideas. These conditions are an actual possibility. So in order to express real conditions in the present, we use the simple present tense in the if clause, and we use the simple present tense in the result clause. Now, the simple future may be used in the result clause to express a predictable fact or a general truth. Here are some examples. If I see an inspiring piece of art, I try to learn as much as I can about the artist. So in the if clause, we have see, which is the simple present, and in the result clause, we have try, which is also in the simple present. If it rains a lot, these streets become flooded. Or if it rains a lot, these streets will become flooded. So here we have the simple present in the if clause, and in the result clause, we can have the simple present, or we can use the future because this is a predictable fact. Now, in order to express real conditions in the future, we use the simple present tense in the if clause, and we use the simple future in the result clause. Also, an imperative verb can be used in the result clause. So the imperative verb is the command form of a verb, which omits the subject, you. Here are some examples. If it rains tonight, I will stay home and watch a movie. So here we have the simple present in the if clause, and we have the future in the result clause. And we can see that this is talking about the future. Tonight is a time in the future. Nadia will buy dinner for her friends at the end of the semester if she gets an A in all her classes. So again, we have the simple present in the if clause, and we have the future, will buy, in the result clause. And we can tell that this is talking about the future because it's at the end of the semester. That's a future time. If you go to the post office, please buy me some extra stamps. So in this sentence, again, we have the simple present in the if clause, and here we have an example of an imperative verb in the result clause. So this is the command form telling someone to do something, and the subject you is omitted. Now, the result clause in conditionals about the present or future may include modals or phrasal modals. And sometimes should is used in the if clause. It expresses more uncertainty than the simple present, but it has essentially the same meaning. Here are some examples. If it rains tonight, we aren't going to watch the sunset at the beach. So aren't going to watch is a phrasal modal. If it rains tonight, I might still go out. Might is a modal. If it rains tonight, we should stay home. Should is another modal. If he should call, tell him that I'm not home. In this example, we have the use of should in the if clause instead of the simple present. So we could also say this sentence as, if he calls, tell him that I'm not home. It has almost the same meaning, but with should, it just expresses a little more uncertainty than the simple present. The simple present is used much more commonly than should.